Hey guys, Juan Mazo here, and today I want to cover the last part of my mini-series, how to work 4 hours a day as a boss in a corporate gig. Alright, this is basically the cherry on top. At this point, you've probably automated a bunch of pieces in the business, things are kind of working at this point, and it's at least probably 6 months to a year later since you started implementing these things. Now, here is where most people are concerned. They're like, wait, what do I do now that I only have to work 4 hours a week every day? Like, am I not gonna get fired at this point? No. Here's the reality of things. Depending on the business, you may move a little faster or a little slower. The business I was in when I started implementing these practices moved very slow. We had all our preset KPIs for the year. There was nothing extra we could do without getting in trouble. And realistically speaking, the budget wouldn't allow for anything extra. A lot of the time I spent my time looking at different solutions for different strategies or business requirements that were needed. And basically I would do all my research in the morning. I would do it from home. The way I worked is I worked basically around the clock. I would just be on my phone in any of my spare moments, just looking up ideas, how we can solve this next problem or the next project or so on and so forth. I would do a lot of my work that was research based in the morning. And then for me, that was kind of like the way I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm a giant nerd geek. It's things that I enjoy. Then this is like where you really get to focus on the best parts is now you're working on aligning what your department goals are with the business strategies and business goals are. And basically when you have to have interdepartmental calls, I always made all my calls happen after 12 o'clock. I remember someone asking me, hey, can you meet at like 10:30 in the morning on Tuesday? And I was like, can we do something like, 2 p.m.? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, that works. And then we got on the phone call and they're like, yeah, so it must be nice having phone calls at 2 p.m., huh? And I was like, well, yeah, I have all my calls in the afternoon. And they're like, how do you do that? And I was like, I just ask. Like, I don't force anyone to do something. If someone says the only time they have available is 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, guess who's going to be on a phone call at 9 a.m.? I am. The funniest thing was this business moves slow. You can kind of identify if your business moves slow based on this one kind of rule of thumb. When I worked in finance, everyone was on a phone call at 8 o'clock sharp. If you said it was 8, it was 8 o'clock sharp. If it was 9 o'clock sharp, no one was ever a minute late, 30 seconds late, none of that. Matter of fact, if you were 30 seconds late, you'd hear an apology because people in the finance world understand that the concept of time equals money is a real thing, right? However, the last gig I was working at was definitely like a healthcare, like clinical trials, a little bit more slower. Literally everyone being 5 to 10 minutes late was like it was a normal occurrence. And to me, it was kind of annoying. I never made it a habit to show up late. I was always trying to be on time. The latest I would be 5 minutes. I definitely shoot people messages like, hey, I am running late. I apologize. This thing is a little bit more important. Or if you're really good, you just say, sorry, gotta go, next meeting. And then that's that. But really, you get all your time freed up to think of how to better solve problems in the business or in your department, and you get to resolve these things, and that is huge. People, that's what you get paid for as a manager. You're a problem solver. They're paying you to solve problems. That's all I have for today. That concludes my mini-series. I hope this was useful. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, drop them in the comment box. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm dropping fire all the time. This is useful stuff. I know not everyone has access to it. Some people might think it's kind of dumb, but guess what? Someone's going to use it. Make sure you send me any DMs, PMs, questions. I'm available for anything you need. Thanks for tuning in again. Have a good one, guys.